Happy weekend. Welcome to my page, where in today's tutorial we want to see how you can design a spicy chicken flyer using your Android smartphone. So first things first, I want to start with choosing my background size by working with this. So I'm going to choose this square, as you can see, but if I want to be sure that it's a square size, I go to this layer option here, to this option, and I check for image size. I want to be sure that the width is 1280 and the height 1280, a 1:1 ratio. Once I'm sure with that, I'm going to click OK. Then I go to import and I import this stock image of a spicy chicken that I got from PNG Mart. Don't worry, I'm going to leave the link to the image in the description button below. So as you can see, I'm now going to increase the size a little. Then I place it somewhere around this edge. Then I go to layer option and lock it up. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to choose a shape, and this square shape, I want to give it a black color. Now as I give it a black color, I want to now arrange the shape and change its orientation. So I'm going to rotate the shape like this, as you can see. I'm going to rotate it to make sure that somehow it fits perfectly here. Okay, great. So I want it to cover just half of my page. I'm going to come to relative position. I come to relative position, and I put it this way. Okay, that didn't work, so I'm going to adjust it with my fingers to place it somewhere here. Then I'm going to go to opacity and reduce the opacity a little so that the chicken can be showing a little bit. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to layer and lock it up as well. As I lock it, I'm going to copy the shape. So I have two of it on my screen. Then I'm going to bring this one carefully and place it here so that everything is plumped up. Then I'm going to go to that one, this second one that I'm just from copying. I go choose color and I enable the color. Now remember that we reduce the opacity, so go to opacity and increase it all. So this other shape has the opacity off. Now I want us to choose a yellow color combination, an orange color harmony for this shape. So I have this orange color palette with me. I'm going to import it into my design. As you can see, this is it. So I want us to give that shape a light yellow, that's a light orange and a darker orange gradient, so that we can achieve some form of harmony for that shape. So I'm going to click back on the shape, then I go to color. This time around I want us to choose gradient. Now when you choose gradient, click on this plus button, as you can see, to create the gradient. So I'm going to click on it, and this is a lighter color. As you can see, it's white, it's lighter, and this is a darker color. So this white is going to stand for our light orange, and this dark for the dark version of the yellow gradient color. So as you can see, I'm going to click here, then I also click here to start creating the gradient. Straight away I'm going to click and I begin. Now I'm going to use this color picker pencil here, as you can all see, to choose from the color palette. So I want us to give it this light. I click OK, then I click OK as well. Now this other one, I'm going to do the same thing, and I choose on this color picker, then I give this one this light. I click OK. Now I want you all to look up here. These are color arrangements or color orientations. So I want us to choose an orientation that is in the middle. This something that is in the middle. Okay, I want us to choose something like this that has a somewhat middle kind of arrangement. So we're going to control this. Okay, now you can click OK and you have it all created. So as you can see, we now have something like this. Good. Now you're done with this color palette. All you need to do is to delete it. We don't have any work with it now. So I'm going to go to layer and lock this shape as well. Then I go to my import and I'm going to import that stock image again. Now I bring it into the design. I try to minimize the size a little and I'm going to place it by the middle here. So go to your relative position and place it in the middle. Once you have that, go to layer and lock it up as well. Now go to shapes, choose a circle. We want to give that stock image, that fish, so sorry about that, we want to give that chicken a shadow since it's a 3D image. I just ate fish this afternoon, so that's why you see me talking about fish. Sorry about that. So now let's give this chicken a shadow. So I'm going to go to gradient, see how we're going to create a shadow. So I'm going to go to gradient, then I choose any black and white gradient here. So I'm going to choose this and work on it. Then I click on the plus button. As you can see, this is a light color and this is a dark color. So I want us to work with this light color at first. I'm going to click here. So I'm going to click here and click here as well. So I click here and I click here. Then I'm going to reduce this last layer, which stands for the opacity of the color. I'm going to reduce it completely. Then I click OK. Now you can see that it's only this black color that is remaining. Okay, now come to orientation, which is this one, and click on it to swap everything. Then go to this middle, same this, click this one for the color, this one, click on it where the focus is in the center, as you can all see. So we are going to pull this white, pull it towards the dark. Now our shadow has been created. You click OK and you now have your shadow. Click OK to continue. Then you can see that we now have a shadow. Now hold it and control it to create, to make it look real. So we are going to compress it this way. Compressed, keep compressing it. Compress it as well. Then go to color and make it dark. Enable your color and give it a pure black color. Yeah, it should be completely black. Now you can see that the chicken image is somehow rotated, so we are going to rotate this image as this shadow as well. So go to your rotation and try to rotate it as well. So we're going to rotate it a little, just a little. Then we can place it here like this. Now go to that first shape that we created, this one. So we want to increase the opacity again. It's completely, so we're going to click here and come back to our editing option. Then we increase the opacity for that shape. Okay, increase it. Good. Now this is okay. So what we're going to do next is to import. Now we lock the shadow as well. Then we make sure that everything is locked up. Then we're going to import this brush that I want us to use. So import the brush, and as you can see, we have our brush here. Now I want you to rotate it. Okay, the rotation, no problem. We can just keep it here. Then let's go to text and write a new text. So we want to write home. We want to write homemade. We want to write homemade. Great. Now just make it homemade food. Homemade food. Homemade food. Okay, great. As you can see, we have it here, and I want us to give it a completely black color. Then go to fonts and give it, we want to give it the Archivo black font. Great. Now reduce the size to fit into that shape. Reduce the size. As you have that, go to layer option, then select it with the brush, mesh it, then go to erase color, enable it, and choose the color picker to pick the black color from it. So now we have a black color, as you can all see. Now once you are done with that, go and import the chicken again. So I want to use this chicken for a purpose again here. So we're going to reduce the size, keep reducing the size. Okay, so we want to make it appear on that text. So we are going to send this chicken now to the back of that brush. I'm going to send it. So we want to send it to the back of our brush. My God, what is happening? Great. So we want to send it to the back. As you can see, it's now to the back of that image. Then we're still going to import this spice, this green spice that I have with me here. Import it as well. Reduce the size considerably. Okay, reduce the size. Should be like this. Then go to layer and send it as well to the back of the brush, of that brush. You can reduce the size further. Great. Now use your position to place it well. And once you are done putting everything on that format, go to your layer and select everything, starting with the chicken image, the spice and the shape. Then you match everything together. Now we have one shape created. Go back to your design and reduce the size considerably. Then you can consider placing it to this other end of the design. So we want to send, go to layer, we want to send the chicken and the image down a little. Okay, great. Now I want you to go to text and write a new text which is spicy. spicy. You can bring it here like this, then go to color and give it a white color, then go to font and want to use a script font for that. Want to use the Great Vibes regular, and place it here, and go back to text and write chicken. Put everything in capital letters, give it same white. You should have the same white color. Then go to font and we want to give it the Roly Poly font. Okay, I'm going to search for that font. There's a particular font here. That I want us to use. Okay, this last one, Roly Poly font. Great. Now increase the size. Then you can consider reducing the size of spicy. Let's change that font. It didn't work there, so I want us to give it a different font. Bassy font. So the Bassy font I think is better there. So place this. Now go to your relative position. Want to use our relative position to place it in the middle. Then use your position button to align it this way. So have spicy chicken. Then we are going to copy that. Go to your layer and copy spicy. Double tap to edit it and write tasty. So it's a spicy tasty chicken. Then I'm going to bring it to this other end. Equally use your position tool to align it. Make sure that everything is well aligned. Great. So we have spicy chicken and also tasty. Now go to shapes, choose a circle, then give the circle a pure black color. Go to stroke, increase the stroke a little, and give the stroke that gradient we created. Okay. Then increase the stroke width, minimize it, leave the stroke width to just 10, and click OK. Then use your position button to bring it down somewhere here. Great. Now go to text and type the price. So the price for this chicken is just $10. Where is that dollar sign? So I want the dollar sign for this. So it's $10. Click OK. Now go to fonts. First of all, give it a white color. Go to fonts and give it the Achievable black font as well. Then you can bring it here. So we want to place it inside that shape. What we are going to do is to reduce the size to achieve some balance. Great. So use your position. Okay, good. Now we want to import the call to action tool. So we have this call icon. We have this call icon with me here. I'm going to minimize the size and give it a white color. Great. Then I use my relative position tool to place it just in the middle, and I'm going to use position button as well to push it downwards. So I want it to fall just below this. And we are going to type the text. Call for more info. So this is an action button that if anyone wants to order this spicy chicken, you can call the number we're going to write below this. So let's give it a white color as well. Then we go to size and reduce the size considerably. Then use your position button to place it in the middle, and use that's relative position to place in the middle. Then we are going to use position tool to align it to that call button. Then we go to fonts. We want to give that text the Montserrat regular font, so I'm going to go straight to my font, and I have the Montserrat medium. Great. And copy it, double tap to edit and write the number. So I'm going to write the call to action number +237 687 45 3217. So this is like a call to action button. Then since it is a measure information, we are going to increase the size considerably. Then we use our position tool to place it in the middle. Go to our relative position. Now we want to use position tool to bring it up for alignment purposes. So we have this. Then we are going to go to shapes. We're going to go to shapes, and we're choosing this square size. Now increase the radius to about 30 or so, then minimize it like this. So let's reduce the radius a little, just about 20 is okay. Bring it to this other end, minimize it, and make it black. So we're giving it a black color, since black works well on a yellow or an orange color. Let's click back on that text, on that shape, edit it, increase the radius again. Great, so we have this. Sorry about that. Then we're going to copy this text and write in capital letters order now. Great. Then we're going to go to style and make it bold so that it stands out well. Then go to size and reduce the size of the text to fit into that shape. Great. Now use your position button to arrange it well so that everything is actually plumped up. Okay, good. So with this, we've come to the end of our tutorial. So we are done designing our tasty chicken flyer. And if you enjoyed the tutorial, or you learned something or one or two from the tutorial, please subscribe to the channel for more interesting tutorials, and click the notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified whenever we drop new content. Thank you guys for watching. See you some other time.